And we are live. And my camera is actually way back there. Sorry, guys. I was tweaking my camera a little bit too much. And now it's like way back there. And I have to adjust all this for the new camera angle. So I will be doing that before next week. So don't worry, folks. All right, as you can see, I got on my pink banana shirt today, and that must mean it's Friday. Exactly. And oh, hang on one second. Gotta make up some coffee. I thought I had already made up some coffee, but I did not. That's all right. All good. Because not only love the side lens. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, I'm adjusting my camera and I have to change out my green screen some. So, oh well, stay on me. Today, we are, oh, by the way, fellas, I took my man juice this morning. Yep, I gave myself my weekly shot of testosterone this morning. So my wife's in deep shit tonight. Honey, FYI. Oh, sorry guys, that's my battery backup. I'm just a hot mess today. Typical Friday. Oh, hang on a second. I add a little creamer. Shooby-dooby-doo. Add a little sweet and low. Oh yeah. I like my sweetener like I like my women. Sweet and low and a little toxic. So how's everyone doing today? Everyone doing good? Good. It is definitely Friday. And it is definitely, hang on. Boy, I am just a hot mess today. But c'est la vie. It is Friday. Put that over there. Aha, coffee. God, that's good. Okay. Now I'm back. Today is a special friggin' day for cryptos because I'm officially announcing today that it's over. Cryptos have won. And I'm going to go into a deep dive and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why cryptos are now it. There is nothing else. I'm going to share a screen, and it's just a tweet, right? I'm going to share screen. Which one is it? This one here. There we go. Put me over on the side. In fact, now let's put me down here. Okay. I have no idea who this guy is. I don't care. Secession from the United States was not a viable path before the Bitcoin. Now that it exists, the federal government will have to compete to keep Texas in the USA. This is vital to understand. All right, I'm gonna quit sharing that. I'll actually keep it over here just in case. You guys know how I've actually talked about the split, all right? How the country is splitting, the world is splitting. The old world is dying. The new world is splitting off. Now, this is not the new world that the elites want. This is the new world of the people. See, the old system is the equivalent of England 1771-ish. All right, where they want control of the new world. They want the taxation structure of the new world. They want the productivity of the new world. But they don't want to lose control of the new world. See, the problem is, like they had in early America, is they're too far away. England could not control the inner workings of America because they were too far away. They didn't have direct influence on the community, a la cryptos. See, the regulations and all of the executive orders and whatever else Washington, D.C. wants to put out is irrelevant. Completely, absolutely irrelevant to cryptos. And I'll tell you why. Because in the old days, with England and the New World, America, they had snail mail. And I mean like a snail with a bad leg mail. Although snails don't have legs, you get my point. Like a crippled snail. It took at the earliest, it took 3 months for any information to leave England and come over to America. 3 months. You think Ethereum's slow. You think the Bitcoin transaction is slow. Imagine 3 months. That's slow. See, nowadays, my headphones. Nowadays, we have the internet. We have cryptos. We have this whole new world of transferring information, wealth, and everything else. Music, pictures, which is information. We have this whole new world that the old world doesn't really have any control over. See, the only control Washington, D.C. has over America in general is illusionary. They send out uh, an executive order. I hereby order that the rest of the people in the land shall abide by this order. No, I don't think we will. See, because now the interaction of the people no longer goes through the government. See, the government initially was just a ledger of ownership. That's it. That's what the early American governments and all other governments were the ledger of ownership. England has always been, and the government of England or Great Britain or any other government structure was the owner or the ledger, the recorder of property rights. It's why a king had his lords and his ladies. Then the Magna Carta. See, the Magna Carta got the ball rolling. Whoa, 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 whoa. There, Mr. King. All right. We want the Magna Carta recognized. And if you do not recognize the Magna Carta, then we shall revolt. And what type of revolt was it? It was a revolt of labor. See, the plagues of the past, ironically, the plagues of the past led to a shortage of labor that created a labor market and separated and created what was the old serfdom, where whatever you produced on the Lord's land was the Lord's. Well, now the Lords had no one to work the land because of the plagues. So the Lords had to negotiate with the serfs, and all of a sudden you had a labor market, and the labor market demanded wages, and wages created competition, which allowed for price discovery. Let me fast forward all the way up to the Revolutionary War. Actually, before the Revolutionary War. See, before the Revolutionary War and the American Constitution, there existed a framework called the the Confederacy. Now, the Confederacy, does anyone here, hang on one second, know why the Confederacy here in America did not work? Bueller. Do you know why the Confederacy did not work here in America? I'll give you a hint. Bitcoin. Currencies. Bingo. In the early days of America, there were, I'd say, 18 to 27 different currencies amongst the areas of America. And there was no united currency. Some traded in silver, some traded in lending notes, some traded in pawn receipts, some traded in wheat, some traded in furs. So the currencies were not united. There was no unit of exchange that all of the areas of the New World could agree on, or even have a use, because everything was local. There was no internet in 1764. All right. There were barely newspapers in 1764. Now, fast forward to today. We have a multiplicity. Ooh, what a good word. Somebody give me a round of applause. Multiplicity of currencies. We have the US dollar. We have the Bitcoin. We have Litecoin. We have Second Layer. We have PayPal. We have Cash App. We have whatever other unit of account that we want to use. So the issue of transacting value is no longer an issue. And that, my friends, is what makes what this guy says here relevant. And I'll expand. Once again, let's read his tweet. Secession from the United States was not a viable path before the Bitcoin. Now that it exists, the federal government will have to compete to keep Texas in the USA. See, what some of you may or may not understand is that the difference between El Salvador, hang on a second, the difference between El Salvador and Texas is just location. Texas is an entity amongst itself. And the counties of Texas are entities amongst themselves. The cities of Texas are entities amongst themselves. The individuals in the cities of Texas are individuals themselves. It's just how much land is occupied by each entity. See, for the first time ever, personal property of currency is instantly exchangeable. Let me say that again. For the first time ever in human history, the individualization of currency is instantly transferable. If you understand what a big statement that is, if you understand that an individual living in Missouri can instantly transact monetary value with an individual in Texas with no middleman, no governmental ledger of account. That is so revolutionary. So revolutionary. So now the individual in Missouri and the individual in Texas, it doesn't matter how far away we are from each other anymore. The individual could be in China. The individual could be in Russia. It doesn't matter anymore. And unlike early America, the issues with the Confederacy no longer exist. Where I can swap dollars for Bitcoin instantly. I can swap Litecoin for Bitcoin instantly. It is whatever the individuals agree on. See, because in the old days, silver, this is a silver, what is this? All right, this is a silver liberty right here. In the old days, in order to transact, we had to be next to each other. Or I'd mail this and I'd send it over and I'd pay for goods with this physical coin. No longer need that. It's not applicable. We don't need the silver representation. We don't need the gold representing our exchange of value. You know why? Because we have the principles of gold and silver in a digital form. We have Bitcoin and Litecoin, or whatever else you want to use, whatever other crypto. If you want to use Ethereum as a currency, you can. You want to use ADA, you can. You want to use the Divi coin, you can. Because the only thing that matters in a transaction of value is that the individuals involved in the transaction value the unit of value. If I value the Divi coin and someone else values the Divi coin, guess what? We can exchange value in the Divi coin because value is a human applied concept. And now we can do it digitally all over the world. You know what that means? No more borders. At a currency level. This is revolutionary, my friends. That at the level of currency, there are no borders. There is no America in Bitcoin. There is no American Bitcoin. There is no, when you transact with a Bitcoin and they receive the Bitcoin, it doesn't say America Bitcoin. It doesn't say Australia Bitcoin. It doesn't say Missouri Bitcoin. It doesn't say California Bitcoin. It's just Bitcoin. So now let's go even deeper. Oh, hang on one second. Word from the sponsor. By the way, we've got laptops. Hang on one second. One word from the sponsor. Be right back.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
All right. Yes, we have laptops. We just got a new shipment in and we just shipped some out. Well, I tried to ship some out last night, but the post office never showed up to pick up my damn laptop shipment. So I sat here until 5:30, waiting for them to pick up the shipment. Guess what? They didn't pick up the shipment. Way to go, post office. You got one job to do. One job. So, and if you're interested in a crypto laptop, you can check out the website at calixsolutions.io, or you can call or text Patrick at 702-845-8276. Monifique, get your damn cryptos off the exchanges. Okay, now let's go back. The reason that the tweet here, the tweet from this individual, is so important is the underlying meaning in what he is saying. Secession. What is secession? Do you know what secession is? It's to move apart, separate, break an agreement that existed and create a new agreement. Now, a secession does not have to have the agreement of all of the parties. A secession only has to have the ability of one of the parties to exist in a satisfactory environment to the party succeeding. Let me give an example. Say you and your best friend are at a restaurant, a bar, and you say, brother, I'm hitting the bar next door. And your friend says, no, I'm staying here. Well, you look at your friend and your friend looks at you and you go, okay, I'm seceding over to the other bar. Your friend goes, oh, no, you're not. We agreed we'd be at this bar. And you go, can you stop me? Your friend's like, no. Then I'm out. I'm going to the other bar. That's secession. That's where one entity has the ability to leave the arrangement without the other entity really being able to give any consequences. See, that's what led to the Civil War. Was the South basically said, pluck you. You go do you. We'll do us, you do you. But the North, they couldn't have that because they needed the production of the South to exist. See, most of the North, think of the North as like the C-level and middle management of the American corporation. The South was the production line. So the production line basically said, we're out. The North said, oh, the hell you are. We need your tobacco. We need the cotton. We need everything you produce down there. So you can't just secede and create a new union. That's why Abraham Lincoln, he gave not a shit about slavery. Not a shit, a chit, excuse my language. He did. There's a famous quote, and I'm paraphrasing. Basically, whether slavery exists or slavery doesn't exist, I don't care. My job, Abraham Lincoln, is to save the Union. That is what his goal was. Now, the slavery part of it, that was just a marketing campaign because it wasn't really slavery. And I know we can go and I can explain indentured servitude, and I can explain what an actual bondsman is. And there's a show out right now. Just a little side note here. Let me get rid of this. All right. There's a show out right now called Yellowstone. Do me a favor. If you have not watched the show Yellowstone yet, it has Kevin Costner in it. It's a show. Watch season 1, episode 1. There's a lot of things in there that if you don't know common law, there's examples in Yellowstone of common law. All right, how many people have seen the first episode of Yellowstone? Remember, all right, remember when the kid in the trailer was branded on his chest? Remember that? All right, that is a form of common law. The wealthy landowner had paid for his bond, and the kid ran out on the bond. Now, as the bond holder, the landowner sent his, let's call him bounty hunter. All right, the landowner sent his bounty hunter to the kid's house. The bounty hunter gave the kid the option. Number 1, I turn you into the sheriff's office. They throw your ass in jail. Or, number 2, I brand you on the chest with the brand of your bondholder. The bondholder, as soon as he agreed to the brand, he was now an indentured servant to the bondsman. See, so many people don't understand common law because common law is absolute freedom. You are free to sell yourself into an indentured servant contract. You have labor. You produce. You, as a producer of labor, you can sell the future of your labor, your future time. You can sell in a future. That future is called a bond. All right? Once you sell your future into a bond, which is why there's bailsmen. They put up your bail's bond. That is selling your future. When you're arrested and you're sentenced to jail, that is a bond on your freedom. you lose your time. That's what it is. When you're sentenced to prison, you are basically a labor bond put into an unproductive labor camp. See, most people can't even wrap their heads around this legal structure because they don't understand freedom. And they don't understand that during the Civil War and after the Civil War, the South never lost the Civil War, right? There was no legal agreement amongst the participants of the war to end the war. There was an announcement, but that was irrelevant. All right, have you ever been in a fist fight and you're beating the hell out of one and you are beating the hell out of him or he's beating the hell out of you? And one of you go, okay, oh, okay, I'm done. If you're the loser, it doesn't matter if you're done. It's the aggressor, the winner, the person who is winning the fight that says or announces when the fight's over. But you can't have a whole South territory have one voice announce that they give up. One general cannot say, okay, we give up. Sorry. That's not how conflicts work. So the South never really lost the Civil War. They announced that the South had lost. That was irrelevant. Didn't mean jack shit. Right? And the North declared themselves the winner. Well, what if the North declared themselves the winner and the South just kept fighting? Is the war over? No. Just because you declare something doesn't mean jack shit. Husbands, ask your wife, honey, I declare that you do something. Your wife's going to look at you and go, you can take that declare and shove it clean up your ass. You can declare whatever you want to. It's what you can enforce that matters. So the Civil War ended. But all it was Abraham Lincoln announcing, declaring, and reading off a document, the Emancipation Proclamation. Can anybody tell me what the Emancipation Proclamation means? Those two words. Emancipation Proclamation. Emancipation means the forgiveness of debt. That's what emancipation means. Forgiving the debt or obligation. The Emancipation Proclamation is just Abraham Lincoln saying, I announce proclamation. That's what a proclamation is, an announcement. The emancipation, which is the forgiving of the debt of all Americans in this territory. And that right there, the Emancipation Proclamation, was a public bankruptcy of the government of the United States of America, using the currency of the country. That's why Abraham Lincoln launched the greenback. See, if you don't know history, you have no clue where the hell we're at. That's why most people nowadays, they don't understand Bitcoin. You can't really grasp how revolutionary that the Bitcoin is if you don't understand the history of currency and how much that currency has shaped and had the ability to shape civilization. For the first time ever, listen to this. My God, somebody asked me a question. Hey, Ben, are you really just a truck driver? Ex-truck driver. For the first time ever, we can have civilization without a government organization. I'm going to say that again. This may be the most profound thing I've ever said. Somebody write this down. For the first time ever, we can have civilization without government organization, without a government organizing body. Welcome to Bitcoin. Welcome to what that guy said in the tweet. Secession is now just choosing to no longer participate. That's it. The federal government can't do anything. Look up in Canada. Look what's going on in Canada. They're choosing not to participate with the government anymore. We're done. And just ends. Canada government, you guys better recognize you've lost the fight, and the people winning the fight are not done hitting you yet. See, Trudeau is in hiding. Trudeau and the rest of the government and all the little lackeys, they're about to get hit, and they're going to declare like he tried to do on television yesterday, declare the fight was over. No, the fight's over. The fight's over. No, the fight's over. The little amount of people coming up here, all the trucks that are about to run up our asses, the fight's over. But the truckers are like, oh no, we're just getting here. Canada's about to get a little shakeup. And the elites and the government. Yeah. Good luck, guys. Because everyone who knows anything about trucking knows that a truck and trailer, once it's rolling, it's hard to stop. And I have a feeling that those truckers, they got the hammer down, baby. They got the hammer down. And all hell is going to come down on the government up there. They don't understand the people that are showing up. I explained it yesterday. If you didn't watch yesterday's show, watch it. I explained the mentality of truck drivers. We value freedom probably more than any other industry because we do our job because of the environment of freedom that our job is. We're out on the road, baby. We're highway hogs. We're highway dogs. Woof, woof. We're free. That's our everyday life. When you as a government, you've reached a point where you have all of the everyday freedom-loving mother pluckers get in their truck and point their noses towards you. Here comes the dog pound, baby. And those truckers, once they get moving, you think they're going to get to Ottawa and then go, okay, we're here. Let's wave our little flags. Oh, no. I would not want to be anybody in Ottawa right now of any type of government entity. I would not want to be one of the police. I would not want to be one of the military. Because the police and the military are going to get the hell out of the way. See, it's reached a point now where they're not going to stop. Hang on a second. We have a question. I don't understand why Americans aren't on board in numbers like up here. Maybe it's because you guys have a few states to refuge in. Yes. Yeah. See, plus, we have the Second Amendment. I haven't changed my life at all. Me and my wife, this whole time, we haven't really changed our lives at all. Because we know that they can talk all they want. You show up at my house intending to remove me or my wife or my kid under some health regulation. Oh, now that's a different story. But as long as you're just sitting there running your mouth, us Americans will ignore you. We'll just keep living our lives. But the moment you walk on our property, that's when all the shit changes. That's when we go from laughing at you to aiming at you. They know better. I don't worry about nothing until it sets foot on my property. Then the party starts. 'Cause it's all talk till somebody throws a punch. All right, everyone. Have a great day. It's Friday. Enjoy yourself and understand cryptos have already won. Bitcoin and all of us in cryptos, we don't have to pay attention to any of the old system. We just exist in the new system. That's it. Now, get your new system money off your old system laptop. Call Patrick at 702-845-8276, or you can order the laptop directly on the website and not have to worry about talking to Patrick. There you go. Love you guys. Bye-bye.